Welcome back, everybody who all have been watching us live on your phones and from your homes. This is 3BL Season 3, live from Chandigarh Mohali at this beautiful venue, Wyndham Chandigarh and Mohali. Ladies and gentlemen, we are right now at Conference B of 3BL Season 3. 3 games have been done and it is time for the 4th one. Playing their first game of 3BL Season 3. Please, with a round of applause, bring out Team Lucknow Ligers! Team Lucknow Ligers is playing their first game today, this evening in Conference B of 3BL Season 3. And this is what they'll look like. They've got 4 players. And playing against Lucknow Ligers is the team that created history today in Conference B. Put your hands together and please welcome Team Ahmedabad Wingers! Finally, Ahmedabad Wingers managed to get the third boy in. Welcome, welcome. All right, it is toss time now. Can I have the captains of Lucknow Ligers and Ahmedabad Wingers team to please come forward for the toss? I'm going to be flipping this coin. Heads, this is tails. This is who's going to call. Ahmedabad Wingers take the call, Abhyudaya. Heads is the call. Tails it is. Lucknow Ligers win the toss. And they will be taking the ball first. Let's see what happens in this one.
And finally, Ahmedabad Wingers have a third man who's come in, and the big dip, Amritpal Singh, has made it for his team. Lucknow Ligers being represented by number 1 Sahaj Pratap Singh Sekhon, number 44 Dinesh Kumar Mishra, Rachit Singh wearing jersey number 11, and Saukin Shetty wearing jersey number 9. And this is quite the change for Saukin, who has been representing Bangalore Machas ever since the inception of the league. But Ahmedabad Wingers suffered an early injury for Rajan Sharma within 30 seconds of the first game, and in fact the team did play with just the mighty Vishesh Briguvanshi and the worm Abhyudaya Yadav. But this time Amritpal has joined in this party, and definitely they will look to make sure that they are able to pull a big one off, and having come off from a victory, and they do have a little bit of warm-up which could prove to their advantage, while Lucknow Ligers are coming in with a fresh pair of legs, and this is their first game so far. So what is going to happen, we'll have to see. Saukin Shetty has had a lot of experience in this format, and Sekhon is an upcoming player in the young circuit, so a lot is expected of him. Dinesh will be sitting out and will look to come in on change. So it'll be Rachit, Sahaj and Saukin that will take the floor. Sekhon to Saukin. Saukin finding the open man, but kicks it out to Rachit. Rachit attempting a 2. He's there to pick up his own rebound, takes it all the way inside, but Vishesh is there waiting to thwart it. Sekhon attacking the boards, but Amritpal is there to pick it up. Vishesh fumbling a bit, but takes it to the hoop and makes the first one off the glass. An easy layup for Vishesh. Missing it, but the big dipper is there to pull down that rebound. Abhyudaya finding Amrit. Amrit under the board, but Amrit is so far deep that he goes out of bounds, man out of bounds. So it's going to be Ligers' ball. Saukin attempts a 2. Saukin is finding himself in unfamiliar territory because he's usually the one that plays big man inside. This time it looks like a size mismatch because Amrit is a lot bigger than Saukin. Amrit posts up for a 2 from outside, knowing that the shot clock is going to wind down. It's Liger ball. Saukin tries to put one up, but Amrit is there getting a piece of that. Abhyudaya off to Amrit. Amrit turns around, misses that one. This is something that he's not too familiar with. Usually those are things that he'd sink with his eyes closed, but he's not been able to do it. Still trying to settle down because it is still, after all, Amrit's first game. But in the gap, the Ligers have managed to get 1 point off and make sure that they have started scoring as well. That's 2 points to Ahmedabad Wingers, and Lucknow Ligers have won. Amritpal going to the line. A free throw for him. Makes it. Soft, nice release. Trying to drive in. Saukin. Dinesh. Dinesh gets trapped inside. It's going to be winger ball. Shot clock violation. Vishesh dropping it to Amrit. Almost losing it. Double team, triple team. That's what they'll try to do every time Amrit gets a ball. But this is going to work in Amrit's favor because those kind of tough defensive tactics are going to result in fouls, and that's what the Ligers will concede first, those fouls, and which could actually work in their favor, Wingers' favor. Finding the open man. Draws that foul, just as we had mentioned, the third foul for the Ligers. Thanks. Amrit waiting to take that free throw. Making no mistake once again, Amrit with a neat release. Sekon with that attempt, but Amrit has the rebound. Vishesh back to Amrit. Amrit trying to muscle his way, and Saukin is there to challenge it. Saukin gets a best of him this time. And this time, Amrit is the one that concedes the foul. Saukin does a good job trying to contain Amrit. Dropping it to Sekon, who cuts in, and Saukin is there to tip it back inside and fetch his team another point. Vishesh out to Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya has had a quiet game so far, and Saukin had a piece of that. Sekon with the ball back to Rachit. Rachit for a 2. Amrit is there for the rebound, picks it up, dishes it out to Vishesh. Vishesh back to Amrit. And that was an unnecessary foul, but that's exactly what Amrit is going to do. His presence out there in the paint rattles the defense enough to make those mistakes in defense and concede those fouls. Amrit, an air ball this time after 2 perfectly executed free throws. This one is quite an aberration. A glitch in the matrix is more like it. Dinesh with a jumper makes it, giving Ligers the 3rd point. Amrit is there to pick it up, takes it to the hoop, lays it off the glass, but he's not able to convert. A little rushed in his finish, I would say. Rachit for a 2, and he makes it. Rachit's 2 equalizes the score right now, and 7 minutes and 6 seconds remain on the clock. Ligers and the Wingers have 5 each. Saukin for the Ligers, spotting up for a 2, and he does that. 2 shot counts. Yes. The shot has been given. No, there's an argument. Whose ball is it? Doesn't seem like it. The Ligers haven't been given the benefit of the 2 points. Oh yes, they do have the 2 points to their credit, but the ball will be in possession with the Wingers. Amrit having made another point. Inches closer. Amrit with the rebound. Back to Vishesh. Vishesh drops it to Amrit. Amrit near the board. A simple one for him. Dinesh is absolutely mismatched over there, but that's the best he can do without conceding fouls. Abhyudaya Yadav gets into the fray. That's a position that he likes to be in the traffic. Amrit is there trying to make things light, and Amrit's presence is probably what keeps Abhyudaya at bay, because otherwise Abhyudaya is someone who would like to use that section of the court to inch his way in and make sure he gets those points on the board and draw the fouls. There's no need for that because Amrit is making sure he goes a whole hog in the paint there. Both teams are level with 7 points each. Sekon and Shetty will have their task cut out to stop Amrit from wreaking havoc under the basket. See the league commissioner, Mr. Rohit Bakshi. Sekon dropping it to Dinesh. Dinesh tries to beat Amrit and take it to the hoop, but fouled in the process. Amrit is a tad disappointed with himself. Berates himself for committing a silly foul. Dinesh Mishra with a free throw. Missing that one. Vishesh dropping it to Amrit. Amrit, who's so close to the hoop, makes no mistake in just putting it there. Dinesh uncontested, but Vishesh is there to pull down that rebound and kicks it out to Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya inside to Amrit. Amrit makes no mistake once more. Another easy one for him off the glass. And very quietly making sure that they use Amrit's presence inside to their advantage. That's exactly what the wingers are doing. And considering Vishesh and Abhyudaya had a rough first game, they are trying to conserve their energy as well and make use of Amrit's presence. Vishesh will go to the free throw line. Dishes it out beautifully to Amrit though. Converting it. 10 points to the wingers and Ligers trail by 3. 7 points to them. Rachit out to Sekon. Saukin setting up a screen. Rachit launches on the buzzer. Saukin with the ball. Back to Sekon. Sekon drops a sweet floater. That's 1 point for the Ligers. Amrit muscling his way back and making life so difficult for Saukin. Saukin fouls him. These are the fouls that Ligers are going to struggle with because Amrit is going to the line with 2 free throws this time. And if it's anything like the couple of first free throws that Amrit made, Ligers are in trouble. Missing first one. Missing the second one as well. Dinesh Mishra is there to pick up the rebound. Sekon with the ball. Saukin setting up a screen for Sekon to take that attempt, but he's unable to make it. Vishesh is there to pull down that rebound. Drops it to Amrit. Amrit in the crowd, in traffic. So floor violation has been called. Amrit losing balance. Maybe Saukin did pull the chair from under, making Amrit lose his balance. Sekon spots up for a 2. Not able to make it. Vishesh is there to pick up the rebound. Setting up a screen. Not exactly, but Amrit getting into position where he can do some damage. Turning right into Dinesh. Missing that one, but Dinesh is there. Picks up the rebound for Ligers. Tries to split the defense and go inside. Kicks it out to Sekon. Sekon with a hesitation move over there. But a foul has been called on Vishesh. Obstruction foul. Rachit. Off the glass and he's able to make it despite the fact Vishesh was in front of him. Good shot selection. Amrit this time. Another one easy off the glass for Amrit. 11 points to Ligers 9. Sekon takes it inside. Draws a foul in the process. A 2-point difference. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remain on the clock. The Ligers are in foul trouble, so definitely 2 free throws to Amrit. Missing the first one. Amrit has missed 3 consecutive free throws and makes the second one. Rachit spotting up for a 2, rebounded by Abhyudaya. Abhyudaya will take it out and reset again, feeding Amrit inside. Amrit losing it. Sekon for a 2 from outside. Nothing but net. Valuable 2 there added by Sekon. So that's going to be just a 1-point difference. Abhyudaya tries to score, but Amrit is there to pick it up and makes no mistake about putting it back inside and creeping up on the scoreboard with a 1 for his team. Dinesh forcing an air ball there, frustrated with himself. Wingers have a tenuous 2-point lead against the Ligers. 3 minutes 42 on the clock. Vishesh. An easy one to Amrit. The Big Dipper lays it in with a light touch. Sekon spotting up for a 2. And finding the net once more is Sahaj Kumar Sekon. Sahaj Singh Sekon, my apologies. Very well done. That's 2 back-to-back 2s for Sekon. Well within target, well within reach. The Ligers trail by just 1 point. 3 minutes 23 on the clock. All they need to do is contain those fouls now. It's not going to be easy, even though the big man is there in the paint. It is a huge load on him because there are almost always 2 people trying to wear him down in the paint. So much so, Abhyudaya Yadav, who had a massive role to play in the first game, is almost non-existent here. And Vishesh and Abhyudaya have taken it upon themselves to continue to feed Amrit to their advantage and ensure that he gets those points and draws those fouls. And as expected, Amrit's shoulders are wide enough to carry that load that has been placed upon by his teammates. Dropping it back to Vishesh. Vishesh takes it all the way inside and lays it in. A scoop layup there. Beautiful one by the mighty Vishesh. And in reply, Rachit has a 2 for his credit. Scores are level again. Amrit asking for the ball. No matter. Sekon coming to ruffle him there. Amrit just manages to place it off the glass and sinks one in. Again asking for the ball. This is no contest, folks. It's not easy to guard the Big Dipper in the paint. Kicking it out. Dinesh rushing a 2 there. And this is nothing but net. Dinesh is so pumped that he managed to get that one in. 17 all. It could swing any which way. Which is the team that's going to race to 21? Or is this going down to the wire? The whole hog, 10 whole minutes of play remains to be seen. Suddenly there's a flurry of activity. Both the teams are picking up the pace. Amrit missing that one. Dinesh is there to pick it up. Rachit with the ball. Rachit back to Sekon. Sekon trying to go off the screen. Tries to find the open man. Sekon with another 2. Very, very valuable performance here by Sekon. Vishesh in reply Unable to make it. Sekon with the rebound drops it to Dinesh. Dinesh is not going to risk going inside and going up against the big man himself. Sekon tries to beat Amrit and go in. Ligers have a 2-point lead now. Looking for a timeout. A very, very valuable performance there by Sekon. And a timely 2 by Dinesh as well for the Ligers. The difference is that Ligers have been catching up with 2 points each time, while the Wingers have been putting up those singles on the board. That is making all the difference right now. Just 2 points away from pulling off a victory. Lucknow Ligers, a spirited performance by this lot. Two minutes 6 on the clock. Vishesh with the ball for Wingers. Tries to split the defense and go in. He is unable to make it or draw the foul. Sekon is there to pick up the rebound. Rachit with the 2, and that is it, folks. Lucknow Ligers with a minute and 58 on the clock have sunk that last 2, and that nail was driven by Rachit, and they have managed to pull off a superb victory over Ahmedabad Wingers just when Amritpal looked like he was going to crush the opposition with his presence in the paint. The young ones there, that's Syed Singh, Sekon, Rachit, Dinesh and Saukin managed to steal it from Ahmedabad Wingers. Kudos to them. But it wasn't easy going for the Wingers, having played with 3 men this time. And although an even more spectacular game was played by them earlier on with just 2 men on the floor, kudos. They did have a good run, created some history as well in the process. But they have now exited the league phase and they will not make it to the semi-final, and that is the end of their run in this round. Hats off to Ahmedabad Wingers for having pulled off such a fantastic performance despite the injuries and being several men down. Lucknow Ligers trading point for point, but like we said, the difference was the 2s that Lucknow Ligers were able to sink in comparison to the 1s that Wingers managed to put off the glass. What a great run by Ahmedabad Wingers. Lucknow Ligers will have another game to play, but they have made their case a little bit stronger, having pulled off that first victory. It's very, very important to make sure that the first victory is yours. Else there is a lot of trepidation when it comes to the semi-final phase, with a lot of ifs and buts, and whether or not your opponents are going to win or concede games to make sure that you make it to the semi-finals. Now let's go over to Rishi. He's waiting to meet the young stars of Lucknow Ligers.
This is one team which has managed to win a game even after 8 fouls. But someone standing next to me has a reason for it too. I'm talking about the winners, Lucknow Ligers. I have Saukin Shetty with me. Saukin, first of all, welcome back on the court, brother, after such a long time. I want to ask you, how was the feeling getting back on the court after such a long time because of COVID?
First of all, I would like the entire 3PL team for getting me back for season 3. And it feels really good to play after so long with all the COVID restrictions and all that. Thank you.
Now, I see that, your team created 8 fouls, but still managed to somehow get to the winning point. What do you think went wrong?
Early on, you saw that there's Amritpal in that team. He's really big. To contain him with short guys, you need a 7-footer to stop him. But that's what. We kept composure. Early on, we had a lot of fouls, and we told each other that if we continue doing this, we're going to lose the game. So then we stopped fouling. We gave him the 1s, we took the 2s.
True that. Saukin, new team, new jersey. What's the feeling like in the team? How's the team building up with the chemistry?
Yeah, so this is our first game. We are talking to each other, getting everything possible, talking and getting some moves done, and seeing we have a young stud, Seko, there. He's leading us and helping us get the wins more.
All right. Good luck for the next game, brother. Congratulations on winning on this one. Lucknow Ligers have won this. Coming up is a very interesting game. Wait for it.